Hi, I'm Sam. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and I promised myself I wouldn't do something like this because what I'm about to do is the exact opposite of how I wanted this to come to be. But there's a straight away to somebody, and I need to get my ass in gear, and this is the only way I know how to do it. Today I'm facing my fear. People tell me I'm fearless, and I am not fearless. There's one fear I have in my soul. It dominates me, and it's based around a person that I have two heroes. My first hero is my mother. She is everything to me. She is a saint. She's in heaven. Actually, whose mom's a badass angel in heaven? My mom. So I got my mom, and I got this one other person. They've never faltered. They are my source of power. They are my strength. Everything good that I am is because of their influence, their example. So my mom's in heaven, and it is what it is. She's still around me. Well, this other person, he's on earth, and he doesn't know I exist. He knows I think he knows, but it's getting to the point where how many years do you suffer where just nobody gets you, nobody understands you. Where's that lunatic little Fruit Loop that really does love you? That would be me. So my biggest fear is that something happens to this person and they don't know. They don't know that somebody sincerely derives power from their very existence. And that's what I'm here for today. This person, when I was a little girl, I don't know how you were when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, all I wanted was to figure out what to do. Like, what do I do with my life? How do I get along? How do I be happy? How do I become a good person? What do I really want to do? And when you're a kid, anything's possible. Well, you ain't doing shit when everybody fucking lies to you. And everything's a fucking lie, and everything's do as I say, not as I do, and it's just all bullshit. And if you have any sense of intelligence at all, you're gonna figure out it's bullshit. So this person taught me the truth. They taught me the truth to the point where I am a free person. I am old. In like shelf life, I'm old as fuck. But I'm not old because I don't believe in that. I have spirit. I have the dream. I have enthusiasm. I have strength because of this person and the things they've done with their life. So in honor of them today, and my biggest fear, like I said, if anything happens to this person and I don't come out and act like a total, like I'm humiliating myself right now, kind of. I don't know. You could squash me like a bug. Everybody's going to maybe make fun of me or something, but I don't give a fuck. There's no other better way that straight away right now it has to happen. Because I'm afraid something's going to happen to this person because they're so fucking miserable. And I just want them to know that really somebody sincerely believes in them. Okay. So this person, they're famous, and that sucks for them. So that makes me crazy. That makes it so that it doesn't make any sense. Oh, how can you ever get to them? Either you're not good enough or they're just such a snot, and I don't believe in any of that. Is that popcorn? It sounds like popcorn popping, doesn't it?
Sounds like popcorn popping.
Well, I guess we're gonna have fucking popcorn in the background. Rock on. I get this fucking private room, and I guess we're gonna eat popcorn later then. Hey, all right. Well, so hopefully you can hear me over the popcorn, which you probably can because I'm a loud motherfucking bitch. And like I said, if you come to a show, I've said it actually in the privacy of my own home and to the people I've talked about this show, which none of them are here because I said, can you come tomorrow right after work? And they're like, that's fine. All I needed was Doug and me and just to get the balls to do this. So where were we? I have a speech for this person because I've met them before and I didn't have the right words and I was really a young kid and stuff. So here's my speech for if I need to do this again, because hey, I just watched the YouTube and I don't gotta fucking say the speech again. But here's the speech. It takes 2 minutes, and I even timed it because 15 years later, because I've had it since 2003. I taped it. I timed it. It's 2 minutes, so you can get anything done in 2 minutes. So here's the speech. I've wanted you to be my best friend since I was 16. I'm 40. Motherfucking 5. It just gets stronger. I know whatever every word you say means. These motherfuckers don't know, but I know. And I'd rather rot for 50 years in prison, and I've been to prison, than have you leave this earth and not know who the fuck I am. I'm a friend, and I'm out there. When they said you were dead, I never felt more black or more alone in my life. But you weren't dead. And I had nothing to lose by showing up and saying this shit to you. I owe you for the truth that set me free, made me know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Because you live. I know exactly who you are. You're the echo of my soul and the only reason I still dream. If you give me the chance, you'll find out exactly who I am. Can we hang out tonight? Please? And that's the speech. Okay, so that's the best I got. And hopefully it just comes out on YouTube, but I got a plan. And here's who this person is. And I promised myself I wouldn't do it like this. But I'm a cornball, and the fucking show's called Lunatic Rantings, and I'm the crazy bitch. So there's a way his name sounds in my heart, and in my soul, and in my mind, whatever. So I'm going to do it like that. Okay. It's James motherfucking Hetfield. That's what it sounds like in it. Okay. When I was a kid, my mother raised me on country. Johnny, Willie, Dolly, fucking Waylon, friggin' Kenny. It's all good, man. When I was 13, they turned me on to, like, rock and roll was whatever, but in my town it was like, the rock station was like Boston and Chicago, and I'm not even dissing them, but it wasn't Zeppelin and the Doors and the Who and all that. So when I got turned on to that, rock and roll, they took my soul at age 13. So I'm in all this music and shit, and it became that the Who was my favorite band. So I go to the fucking Who. I go to see their show. It was like fucking 88 or some shit. And wah, wah, wah. It's just a bunch of fucking old men going like this. My friend Magic literally was at the same tour. I was in Buffalo. He was some fucking other place. And he called it the tour, the Who on Ice. The Who on Ice, and that's what it was, and that just killed my whole, like, oh my god, they're crazy. Back in the day, right, the fucking establishment. Nah. So that killed my soul. Well, alright, I'm 15, and I start hanging out with my friend Jen out of Mr. Fisher's biology class. When the middle schools come together, we come to Central, to Binghamton. I'm from the West Middle, she's from the East Middle, so I start hanging out with all these other fucking kids. And they listen to this fucking, it ain't fucking music. What the fuck is this? Da 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 da. Hated it. Kept saying, can we listen to some Zeppelin? Can we listen to some fucking Doors? And they wouldn't play anything else. They just shoved that fucking Metallica down my fucking throat for a year. Okay? What ended up happening is Justice. Binghamton's a Metallica town, so we had Puppets, we had Justice, and we had the Black Album, but whatever. I come in when the Black Album's in play, 89. They go to the show, and it was Jen, and it was Dave, and it was somebody else. Well, they got busted for smoking weed, and Jen was only 15, and the boys were 16, so they got to leave, and Jen had to spend the whole show in the security office listening, and like I'm not even making fun of it then. It's just like Metallica, rock on, and there's where she spent the show. But back in the day when I hated them, I was like, ha ha. Actually, really, ha ha. That's what you get for fucking listening to that fucking band. So then they drive to Syracuse to, make up for their loss. And I said, oh my God. You know what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting right here doing this fucking show, and I literally did this. Oh my God. You drove all the way to 72 fucking miles, man. Okay? So, hated them. Literally, if my best friend Dave Thomas was here right now, I'd point to him, I'd have the camera fucking direct, and I'd say, Dave, did I hate them? And he would be like, she fucking hated them. So, one night, we were tripping balls. We were in the dark. We were at Dave's parents' house, his mom's house, and she was a cool mom, and she'd rather have us there than out causing trouble somewhere else and getting, like in trouble, like in whatever, hurt. So all the lights are off. We're tripping balls, and of course it's Metallica, and it was Frayed Ends of Sanity. And it got inside my brain, and I went, oh my God, this is my kind of crazy. And I ended up going and stealing everybody's tapes, took those fucking lyrics out, and copied them word for word into a notebook and studied them like school, man. And that was it. It was a wrap. It didn't take very long. It's Metallica. So I'm in. They got me. The new album comes out, the new tour. I can't get to Buffalo, but I can get to Long Island. I borrow my boyfriend's car. We're both young. I'm 18 at that point. He's a mechanic. He's like a prodigy. He tells me, if you borrow this truck, you can only go to Long Island and back. There's an issue with the engine, oil leak, whatever. So I go with my friend Jeff Harder. We go to Long Island. We trip balls. I'm standing there, and I'm at a really good position where, okay, here's the stage. I'm right on the side. I'm not like in the bottom where you're like this and basically watching TV. They were right there. So I spent that whole show going, I'm never going home. I was never going to go home. I was never going to go home. This is it. This is yes. I already knew they were my band, but I never saw them live before. So we leave that show, and I remember, I was like, the memory's good in some like pinpoints where you just remember things exactly, like from 30 years ago, and other things that's like, what are you talking about? Actually, Dave didn't even remember getting busted at the Metallica show. I had to remind him about that. He's like, really, that happened? Yeah, it did. Because I made fun of you, and that's like just like classic at this point. So I remember the people, like, we couldn't read the map. You're tripping balls and all these lines and stuff, and people are trying to show us, and we're just laughing. So we get on the highway out of Long Island, and we're from New England, aren't we? No, we're from New York. It's different. So we head off towards New England, and it just so happened that my older brother lived in outside of about an hour from Worcester, and there was a show. And another day, because it's every other day, they show up a day ahead. Unlike some people like Flan Flovey who just come and take the money and run 1.2. Anyway. So anyway, they show up the day ahead. So I go to Worcester. I go to my brother's house. He says it's sold out. That doesn't mean anything. He gets us tickets. We go to Worcester. I remember running in that fucking place, and I'm like, Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I just left him. I had a notebook, a red notebook with a 23-page letter in it. And at the Long Island show, Hetfield did this thing where there's the stage, but then there's a walkway, and he would walk down, and he'd like shake everybody's hand. So if I can just get there, then I can give him his letter. And how do you do that? You got the tickets for that, whatever. But there's a whole group of people. So then you just blend in with that group of people, and you're like, hey, oh my God, Metallica, and you just look normal, and you're just a cute little girl, whatever. So I get right to the front. And when you're at the front, you make friends with all the people that you were supposed to be friends with anyway. Then everybody protects you. Oh, that's just Sam. Then you make friends with the fucking guys who are just the regular security guys that they hire off the street from the area. And, oh, I'm Sam. Okay. So everybody knows. Because who brings a red fucking notebook to the goddamn Metallica show? So there's the red. What is this? I'm like, it's a letter for James. I just want to tell him he's my hero. So finally, Hetfield comes down, and there he is. And here's the notebook. And I go to hand it to him, and he says, what's this? Your fucking homework? My school days are over. And he just keeps it moving. Now let me tell you something. My brother is in the fucking nosebleeds, and he saw it. Because it was on the fucking Jumbotron, right? So all these little people I made friends with, the security, the fucking people, oh my God, Sam, are you okay? Oh my God. No, I'm not okay. So I'm standing there with this fucking face, and there's this roadie, and he's staring at me. He's like, what the fuck are you staring at? And that's what I say to him. What the fuck are you staring at? And he says, 1 minute you're jamming like it's the fucking time of your life, And the next minute, it looks like somebody killed your mom. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I came all the way from Binghamton, New York, and this fucking Worcester, Massachusetts, and I lost my job, and the truck's gonna break down, and fucking I just wanted to tell James he's not like the other ones. He's a great influence on me. I just want to say thank you, and I love him, man. That's all I wanted to fucking do. And he's a fucking asshole. And the roadie says, you want to meet him? Yeah, because I want to tell him what a fucking asshole he is. So he gives me a backstage pass, and then I'm walking away, and I'm like, oh my God, I got Jeff with me. And I'm like, oh, please can I have another one? And he was like so nice, and he gave me another one. So then we go, and what it is they herd you to a certain section of the arena, and they make you wait until they herd you into a room, which is a locker room, with chairs all around and chairs stacked against the side. There's not enough chairs. And it's a box with ice and sodas in it. And you sit there for 4 fucking hours and hope that they come down. And when they do, they go like this. And maybe they pick one of you and, you know, whatever. But the first night, James didn't come. And like I said, Kirk and Jason just went and did their thing. And I didn't have anything to say to them. So I'm not going to make up shit like, you're so good. You know, I actually probably did say you guys rock, of course. But I was really like kind of bent on the Hatfield thing. When Lars walked in, he sat down right on an 8-foot table with a beer in his hand. He just, psh, psh, and none of them fucking did that. They just, you know, so a whole line came before him. And what I did is I stood on the side of the table like this. And he just looked at me, and I said, I got something to say. I'm going to let all these people go through first. So then it's my turn. And I hear the roadie that's with him, which isn't my good roadie. This is the bad roadie. Let's just tell you about, you know, good and bad. He says, uh-oh, there's the lunatic. I let it go. Let it go. I'm talking to Lars. I don't even fucking give a fuck. You don't exist. So I'm talking to Lars. I'm like, man, I love you guys. Fucking, whatever I said, right? And I'm like, I came all the way here from New York to tell James and fucking And, oh, I forgot. I left out the good roadie. What the good roadie said. He said, oh, no, that was you. After I told him the story, he goes, oh, no, that was you. That was the universal quote. Because that's what Lars said. He goes, oh, no, that was you. Because, yeah, the Jumbotron, everybody saw James be a fucking completely fucking arrogant, sarcastic fuck to me. And, like, really, oh, my God, ripped my heart out. So, oh, I ended up chucking the notebook at him. I left that out. He didn't take it. I chucked it at him on stage. Didn't hit him. It missed him, but he picked it up, and he took it off stage, so that was something. But Lars says to me, oh, honey, he's so fucking shit-faced. His head's in the fucking toilet. He's fucking paying for his fucking sin. Just, you'll talk to him tomorrow night. You can tell him he's an asshole tomorrow night. And I said, I don't have tickets for tomorrow night. And he goes, psh. Calls over Mr. fucking Funny Pants. And he makes him take all my information and shit. And I say, Lars, what are you doing, man? Because this is me. It's always been me. Want to hang out? And he's like, oh, man, my parents are up from Denmark. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. The fucking day I get fucking here. And it wasn't a lie. It was true. You know, so I'll see you tomorrow, man. Psh. So I'm like, I don't even know if you want the short version of it, but the car's breaking. Fuck, all right. So this is the next night. You know, we're going to the Metallica show, like that night. The oil's leaking way worse than ever, and we buy oil at this one place, but then we see across the street it's like 40 cents less, which means we could have a whole nother quart of oil if we just take this back. So we take it back, and the kid behind the counter's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, we explain to him, we're like, please, man, we don't have the fucking He gets his boss, and this old guy is supposed to be like a complete dick, because he's like, I don't know, man, my boss is a dick. We tell him what's going on, and he goes, Merry Christmas. He lets us keep the oil and gives us our money back. And, like, you know, gives us a hug. Me a hug, probably. Just me. And when he walks away, that kid's just shaking his head. Just shaking. He's worked there for years. He goes, that fucking guy is Scrooge McDuck. I can't fucking believe he just did that for you. So it's like score. So whatever. So we go to the show. I don't have fucking ID. So I can't get my fucking tickets that Lars Ulrich, the drummer of Metallica, personally fucking backstage. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. So finally I got the girl to say, okay. If you stay out here for a couple songs, then we'll know no one else is coming. Because, no, I don't know what I would have done. Because there's scenarios where I've looked around at things and said, well, how much does this cost? And, those are other stories for other times. So we did get our tickets. They were awesome tickets. They were awesome seats. We picked her out before we went back, and I asked Jeff, I said, what? She's like, well, she's got ass and tits. It was the shortest hair ever. She was not attractive, but you're there for a reason. You're there for a reason. And then there was another girl that she was a virgin. She was dating. Her boyfriend was one of these guys that goes over to Europe and plays and stuff, and he's not over there banging other chicks. But she's in love with Hetfield, and he asked her to go to get a drink in Buffalo. Remember I said I wanted to go to Buffalo, but I couldn't? He asked her to go for a drink, but she was only 18. She was only 18, and she was embarrassed, so she said no. James Hetfield asked her, and she said no. So then she comes to Worcester with a fake ID, and he ends up saying to her, that was a long time ago. I got a fake guy, I can come now. And he's like, that was a long time ago. But whatever the point, it will come up later. She was drop dead gorgeous. Okay. Then there's this thing, right? Okay. So there James is that second night. There's no Lars, but there's James. And Kirk and Jason, and actually Kirk's like, hey, I recognized you from the night before. I probably could have hung out with Kirk, but I was there for Hatfield, and I'm not gonna, I like Kirk. We probably have things to talk about, but tunnel vision, right? So there's Hatfield, and it's Christmas time, and like I told you, they just stand there, and Lars sat, and the night before, and James sat that night. He sat in one of those regular chairs, and then all of a sudden, it was a line of bitches. It was Christmas time. I mean, I had these bitches, I had the whole room in stitches, because what they do is they herd you into a room with nothing. There's no music. There's no nothing. There's fucking sodas and a bathroom. So if you put me in a fucking room for 3 or 4 hours, it's a goddamn comedy act. Look at it. Look at it. This is a room. 3-4 fucking hours, comedy act. So I'm sitting over in the corner going, oh, it's fucking Santa Claus, because they're getting their little pictures and stuff. So I wait in line. I wait till, the line gets a little smaller. I wait in line, and I'm up in front of him, and I go, so what's my grade? What's my fucking grade? And he just looks at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I go, my grade for my homework. And he goes, oh no, that was you? And I said, yeah, that was me. He goes, it was just a joke, man. It was just a joke. And I said, it wasn't funny. It was just a letter to you. I was just trying to tell you, I respect you and stuff. And, it just totally crushed me like a bug. And he's like, well, I get, people want to write me lyrics all the time, I didn't know. I thought it was a notebook with lyrics, and I hate that shit, and, and I said it wasn't. It was a letter. He goes, yeah, it was a really long letter. I said, yeah, 23 pages. Are you going to read it? And he said, yeah. And I said, that's all I care about. And I walked away, and I went back over to my little corner. Well, still, I'm fucking watching the progression of what happens here. And the progression of what happened here is he got done doing his little fucking thing. He stands up, he walks over to that thing, he leans down and he says something, and she goes, oh, I left out a part. Oh God. She sat next to him. And she was staring, she was like this. I can't stop staring at you. You're my hero. He's my hero. So, when he's ready to leave, he walks up to her and leans down into her chair. Excuse me, I smoke a lot of weed. He leans down into her chair and he says whatever he says, because he's whispering. And she says, yeah! And I went, no! Jumped the fuck up and be fucking line for him and said, hey, what are you doing tonight? What's up? You want to go somewhere and talk? You got it all together in your head, man. You know, I like really respect you. You're not like the other ones. You got it all together in your head. And he laughed. He goes, yeah, all together in my head. I said, well, what are you doing? You want to go somewhere and talk and hang out? He says, the last thing I want to do after a show is talk politics. My voice is fucked. And I looked at him, and I looked around at her, and then I looked back at him and went, really? Because I like looking him up and down going, really? And he just started laughing his fucking balls off. Because he knew what I was saying. You're fucking James motherfucking. What the fuck is that? You know, whatever's wrong with me, and it ain't politics to be the revolution, but really? You know? And he just thought it was so funny. So he says to me, well, did you put your number in that notebook? And I said, well, I thought, and what I was going to say is, I thought you'd read it and you'd pick me up in the hippie. But I didn't. I said, well, I thought, what are you going to do? You going to fucking call me? You going to write your number down? You going to call me? Because I'm not like these fucking people. You don't need to do that for me. I appreciate it, but you don't fucking need to do that for me. And he says, shut the fuck up. Go write your phone number down. Because it just so happened I had another red fucking notebook and a pen on me. So I go to write the fucking thing down and everything. And he's not going to just stand there because they're all, you know, it's just, So he's making his way out, but he's doing it slow, but I got to get my shit done. So I get it done, and I'm running in. Because once he gets past a certain point, he's gone. So there he did. James, here's my number. And there's that roadie again. Uh-oh. There's the lunatic. Why do you keep calling me a fucking lunatic? You don't even fucking know me. Because you're hyper. I'm hyper because these people don't know what the fuck Metallica's really about. And Hetfield says, she's right. They don't know what the fuck Metallica's really about. And then he walks off into the sunset. Well, that was it for that, right? And we did not make it home. We broke down. We were still in Massachusetts when we broke down. Luckily, Jeff has family that has a business. They had a tow truck. It still cost us $400. But I remember falling asleep on purpose because the noise was the engine. Then maybe if I just go to sleep, you know. But yeah, we got towed from there. And when I got home, everyone was like, "Oh my God, he's gonna call you. He's gonna call you." No, he's not. He's just trying to be nice to a little girl, you know, and the little girl that wants to talk to him. And you know, looking back, it's kind of nice that a grown man didn't want to, you know, break a little girl's heart. Just like I said, that other girl was in love with him, like virginal, and she was gorgeous, and he already asked her to go to the bar. He could have fucked her, and he chose that scraggly. And my mom's like, "Oh, that's disgusting." No, he chose that scraggly bitch who served herself up as that. He's not breaking anybody's heart. I heard, because I would stay friends with the other little girl. I heard she was on somebody else's tour bus, just like that song. And fucking another guy's jacket. Fucking, yeah, nah, she was just collecting names, man. Oh, you're my hero. He's my hero! So then, that was December. April comes. They come to Binghamton. I write a book. I've already been writing a book. I'm a writer. So I put it all together. I get no sleep. I go to Metallica. I sleep over because you got to get the tickets. Like, I crash, you know, like when you're waiting out the arenas and stuff. I did all that. When I show up that day, I had a school bag. And it had, when you could go to Staples and you get books bind, they were this thick. I had 4 of them. So I'm, you know, walking through the metal detectors and stuff. And they're like, what's in the bag? And I'm like, I wrote books for Metallica. I have backstage passes, and actually I only had backstage passes because I met that girl. And she hooked me up because her boyfriend who's touring in Europe was friends with Newsted before he became famous. So Newsted made sure that all his friends before he was famous got, you know, little extra things, but little did that boyfriend know that his girlfriend was there trying to, you know, get with Hetfield, but she's a virgin and she was going to be a kindergarten teacher, and I just didn't get any of it. But okay, so I get backstage. And I have these books. And Jason is an angel. Just so, and Kirk is too. And Lars is a good dude too. I don't want to hear about how Lars is not a good dude. Lars is a good dude. Lars saved my soul. Because if I had just walked away from how James dissed me and that Rhodey didn't help me, the good Rhodey, and if Lars hadn't been nice to me and set me up, I don't know how I'd feel. I'd have to really, how do you work yourself around that sarcastic, arrogant asshole fuck bullshit? Because he's really not like that. Everybody loves him. He's so famous. They are singing along to his songs, but it's like the Nirvana thing said, turn the red to blue. You're screaming red, and everybody's like, yeah, man, blue. Nah, that causes like a kind of mental illness. Not a kind of, it is. So anyway, I got these books, and I go up to Hatfield, and here we go again. I hand him the book, and he goes, what's this? And I go, it's a book I wrote. And he goes, uh-oh, I'm going to have to learn how to read. No! Ah! So then I was like, what about the revolution, man? What about Through the Never and Damage Inc.? And he's like, Damage Inc. is a song about the road. And I'm like, oh, we're going to have to go back and figure that one out. But, yeah, it was bad. So then I got Lars, and I'm crying because I'm not on enough sleep. And oh my God. And he walks me into the bathroom. He's got a security guy right there just in case I'm a fucking loony. But I'm like, Lars, you met me, and where's there? And he goes, I'm so sorry, darling. Yeah, don't fucking say nothing about Lars. Lars is a good fucking dude. Saved my heart more than once. He said, I'm so sorry, honey. I meet so many people. I'm so sorry. And that was it. I went home and I cried. I bought a keg. Because I was going to party with Metallica. And I said it to James. I said, yo, I got a keg. And he's like, we were here the night before. Because unlike Bon Jovi, they show up the night before and do the fucking sound and, care about their fucking people and don't just take $1.2 fucking million and rob a town that doesn't. You know what? I'm not even fucking mad at you because I don't give a fuck about that goddamn show. But you probably should come back and do a free show for all the people that drove down from Canada and got ganked. Anyway, in our town too. But I always throw that dig. Metallica shows up every time. They show the day before, and every fucking show is always spot on. They're not old men going do. And I hate when people say, oh, Metallica's old. Nah, come to a fucking show and see what a fucking old man looks like, Metallica style, you fucks. But anyway, yeah, so that's the last time I ever got backstage. That was 92, that was April. And I said to myself, I'm never going to try to get backstage again because it's not the right place. You're just this. And I need to be the cream. I need to rise to the top. So over the years, I've thought of ideas and whatever, and here we are. There's shit tons of ideas and stuff, but what ended up happening lately, forget all the other, because there's plans and motions, but once I do this, I'm out of the closet. I'm Sam Maniscalco. I'm from Binghamton, New York. I am the lunatic little Fruit Loop that loves you, James. I want you to be my best friend. This is a Metallica town. Psh, come and hang out and get that thing that was in the bag that your little roadie was trying to fight the apocalypse for. It's here. And I'm the fucking sunshine you ordered. So let's just put that out there. But come to Binghamton and be a person. I'll beat them up with sticks and scream at them. He's just a person. Treat him like that. And then they want to be so cool and hang out with you. Well, then why don't you come and hang out with us the day we clean the river? The day we serve the people the Thanksgiving dinner. Don't be a slacker. Show how cool you are. I got ideas. Because I think that's who you are. I think you want to save the world. I just think you're so fucking famous that you don't have your little minion to... Yeah, I'm saying way too much. I really didn't know I was going to go this far. But, where are we now? Okay. I don't stalk Metallica on the internet. Can't buy every fucking little thing. I'm always there the day before at my independent record store, Benny Fiacco, Music City. He orders it the day before. This last album, Hardwired, it's good. There's no hope, though. It's all, who's this? What you know about Mike Phillips showing up when we're fucking, sit down, baby, sit down. I love you. What you know about Somebody Came? Oh my God, no, yeah, we did the whole Long Island stuff. I love you so much. Oh my God, I'm so happy. All right, sit down and shut up. We're taping. Yeah, I'm just so happy that somebody came. What do you know about that? It's my fault because I had a whole party plan. we were going to celebrate my birthday, the closing of my house, and yeah, we haven't closed the house yet. So, you know, I'm waiting to take this to that. There's just so much things we're waiting on, and then it just, no, Pittsburgh's next week. And the goal was Pittsburgh, so whatever the point, magic, it's magic. Okay, so, yeah, that's going on YouTube, so. Where were we? All right, I don't stalk Metallica. And now that the Metallica Club doesn't send the books out, I don't exactly know everything that's going on. And I didn't do the 5th member thing because I don't like the internet. I don't like, Facebook's dirty, hate it. It's a piece of shit. It drops out of your ass, it goes in the toilet, and it doesn't flush, and it stinks, and it stays, and you wonder who left that. So, yeah, no Facebook. Excuse me. I smoke too much weed. It's just, it's a real thing, and it's a problem, and I'm working on it. It's not the weed's fault, it's me. The weed didn't do shit. Alright. So I'm on the internet one night, and I decided to look up the status of the Metallica tour because I knew there was a golden ticket where you could go to all the shows, but I can't go to all the shows. And what's the point of going to all the shows to be a minion? I need to go to I need to figure out one fucking show and how to get to him and just give him his 2-minute speech. Just shake his hand and say, you're my hero. I derive power from your very existence. When I face the firing line, you are my superpower. Metallica is my superpower. I can do anything. I believe in myself because who is James Hetfield? James Hetfield has done nothing with his life, but it's like, what's that thing in South Park? I got big balls. And Miss Chokes on Dick goes, present them. That's what he fucking does. He presents his big fucking balls, and then in those balls is his soul. And he comes out and he says it in his lyrics, and he says it on stage, screaming, this is fucking me. How do you like me now? I fucking love you, motherfucker. I want you to be my best friend. Psh, my whole lifetime. I was a little kid, and I still am, but it's been a minute, and I'm bona fide. I proved it. So, there is an enhanced experience where you can walk right up to them and get your little picture taken and your little autograph and shit. But you get all 4 of them. It says guarantees all 4. Oh, you get a buffet too. So let's spit out the bone buffet. Well, $2,500 was all sold out. Didn't have $2,500 anyway. So my idea was, because this organization is CID Entertainment is out of, well, I'll leave that for because it's just, they're like ex-tour managers and agents and stuff, and they decided, wow, we have all these friends. Why don't we call them up and say, hey man, if we heard like 20 people through and you get your 10 each and we get our 10 and it's money, money, money by the pound, because it's brilliant. So the CID Entertainment people create these enhanced experiences that I can't afford. They're out of Philadelphia. 2,500 sold out. So my idea was to get 5,000 together and go, because who's going to fucking refuse that? Well, then the 5,000 didn't come, and I should probably, if I'm going to have $5,000, I should probably fix the roof so it stops raining in my house. That's why it's funny that popcorn sounds like the rain in the buckets in my house. Yeah, so there's no money. So here's the idea. I drive to, and the management company, Q Prime, is out of New York. So East Coast, holla. Ain't West Coast, ain't California, because I ain't got six days round trip. I got beasties. I don't have human children, but I got beasties, and that's a long time to be away. So I hit Philly at 9 in the morning. I leave at 3 in the morning, hit Philly at 9, walk into CID Entertainment. I have 3 gift baskets. One for the first girl I meet. I say, please, can you introduce me to someone nice and cool? Please pick the right one. I have a serious issue with an enhanced experience I need to talk to somebody about. Oh, and here's a basket for the whole office. And then I have one for the point. So when I get into the office, I say, my problem is, the 2,500, the 5,000, and I have nothing. So I will scrub your toilets with a toothbrush for the rest of my life if you will give me this, because it's a straightaway. There's nothing straighter than this. That's why I know it's a fucking sign. And in reality, what I'm really, that's just, being funny. But I'm not above any job. And if that's what you want, how you want your toilet bowl clean, then I'll be the best toothbrush using toilet bowl cleaner you ever fucking met. But I'm thinking, all right, your asking price is $2,500, so $10,000. And they've got tons of jobs across the United States and Europe and whatever, but we'll just stay in the U.S. because I don't have a passport. but I can drive anywhere, whatever, I can do anything. $10,000 worth of labor at your lowest possible pay rate. Okay, because that's all I got. I got me, you know, and I can do anything. I'm teachable. You can give me direction, and I'm apparently got balls. And fame don't befront me none. I love Hetfield, but his fame don't befront me. And literally, I feel bad for famous people because it's a drug to them. The snooty patooties, it's a drug. And then the ones that are nice, I feel bad for you because you got no fucking privacy. Privacy is pretty important. I've been to prison. I did 3.5 years for DWI, and I know what it's like to not have privacy. It's a big deal. Oh, Jesus Christ, cameras and everything everywhere. Big brother. Oh, tear it all down. But anyway, okay, so go to the CID Entertainment people at 9:15. Then I cross the White Stone and I hit Q Prime. Basically do the same thing, the gift baskets and clean your toilets, but they're more apt to be just driven because I'm been since the 80s and love Metallica and everything. So they're going to think I'm fucking charming and all that. And this is going to work. So in addition to this, and I'm going to write it in letter form too, like a whole, like it's going to be like a resume, you know, with all the skills and stuff and just on paper. But this, I needed to do this today. We're putting this on YouTube so that I can say, fine, you met me, I walked in the door. 90% of it's showing up. I just heard that the other day, like 2 days ago, and I'm like, it's a sign. It's a sign. And also, it's your mindset that will make you or break you. I carved it into my wall with a pen, and I made the Metallica M for the mindset. So 90% is showing up, I'm showing up. And 90% is showing up in my mindset's Metallica, and I can do this. Because what's the worst possible scenario? They say no. I've been told no before. I've been crushed like a bug before. I've been humiliated before. Actually, it was just like yesterday. It was like the day before. Hey, it happens every day. That's why I derive power from Metallica on a daily basis when I face the firing squad. It's my superpower. I know I can do anything. I know I'm strong. I know I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. And I'm strong enough. And I can do anything. And my only fear is something happens. And I hate putting it out like that. But if something happened to Hatfield and I didn't do this, then that's my fucking fault. So I did this. You know who the fuck I am, and I'm going to all your fucking places. You don't want to be my friend? That's cool. Go do your thing. But I'm Sam Maniscalco. I live in Binghamton, New York. We are a Metallica town. I want you to be my best friend. I'll beat him off with sticks. You'll get your soul back. I don't know what else to say. Hey, you know, it is what it is. But in the meantime, yeah, just being able to come up to you and shake your hand and say, you were the big, besides my mother, sainted angel in heaven. You're the biggest, besides her, the biggest influence on my life. And I'm a good fucking person. I got references. I got 2 references behind the camera right now. That I'm a good, I might owe everybody money. And I do. But I'm a good person, and I'm smart and cool and funny. And I help strangers and wouldn't let people, like, I don't want anybody to die, and I believe in world peace and stuff, so whatever. Yeah, I think we're wrapping this up here somehow, because I just can't think of another Metallica story or anything. But don't get up, Doug, because I'm not done. I'm not done. There might be he's like, all right, we're going to turn the don't turn the camera off. All right, because there probably is, and I didn't write the notes. And this ain't 20. He's like, make it 20 minutes and like 20 minutes. When the fuck do I ever just talk for 20 minutes? I know I'm forgetting something. It's all right. You know, I smoke a lot of weed, and God knows what else I'm in. But I think I did pretty good for this today. I just, I needed to face my fear. This is my fear. That you don't know this lunatic little Fruit Loop is breathing and living and fighting and has a dream, believes in the dream. And the dream is world peace. The dream is that people are real. And there's like still trees and clean water. I don't know what the fucking dream is, but I do. So just, that's it, man. That's it. I guess I'm going to go. I was going to sing a little song, but I'm not going to do that. We're probably going to do a different version of this where it's bigger, you know, and has like a audience and whatever. But thank you for giving me the time today and being with me, facing my fear. Deuces, man.